Hello everyone, I am Crawlers and today I'd like to make a short video tutorial of sorts on how to manually upload or rather manually make Steam upload custom screenshots to your profile on the cloud. And I'll be doing this because it's pretty technical and just in case someone doesn't know the procedure here and wants to has encountered similar problems. Now, as I said, it is pretty long-winded, and well, why do this at all? You might ask. Well, because yesterday, for example, I was playing Mad Max, and I was composing these really nice scenes with the in-game filters, and I wanted Steam to take a screenshot, and you know, I pressed the button and nothing happened. Steam didn't upload anything or take the picture. And I wound up using fraps and, saving those screenshots manually in the folder that, and then having, Steam upload those pictures to the cloud to my profile through this workaround. Alright, so here is how it all goes. Now, before you do any of this, you need to find out your game's, the game you are talking about, game in question, the game's app ID, because that's how Steam identifies the game, not by its name, but by its app ID. And to find the app ID of a certain game, all you need to find the shortcut to that game, and luckily I have a shortcut to that game. Let's say we're talking about Mad Max here. So what you do is you find the shortcut to that game, you press, you go to properties, and you look into the URL shortcut, and this number right here is that app ID of this game. And I'm going to copy it down and place it in a notepad because I'm going to forget this number in a second. Now, what if you didn't have this shortcut on desktop or wherever else to your game? Well, that's easy to fix. You just go to your Steam library, you find the game in question, let's say Mad Max right here, you right click it and you click create desktop shortcut, and there you have it. There is the shortcut to that game, and obviously you can just press properties, and there you have the app ID number again. Okay, so next what we need to do is make a screenshot of your game manually, let's say in fraps, that you want to place in your folder for the game, for the Steam game, in this case Mad Max. And it just so happens that I have let's see, created a screenshot yesterday of in Mad Max right here that I took in fraps, and I'm going to use this screenshot to put it in my Steam folder for Mad Max and have it sync to the cloud. Alright, now to find to upload this screenshot to the cloud, you need to find the a folder for the Steam game for Mad Max and place it in there, as I said. And what to find that folder, what you have to do is you right click on your Steam, obviously you click screenshots, and let's say, well, you have any sort of game here that you have your choose your screenshots for, and what you do is you press the button show on disk, and now you have this, you see this folder that shows the folder for the screenshots for that game. Now, incidentally, this is a folder for Assetto Corsa, not Mad Max, but what you do is you're just gonna create a folder for Mad Max, and for that to create a folder for Mad Max, you are going to back out of this folder, go into remote, and you're going to create a new folder, if you don't have one, that is, here with the and you're going to call it the app ID for this particular game, which is Mad Max. So right now I'm going to make a new folder, call it this number, which is the app ID for Mad Max, and going to double click it. And right now I'm going to create a new folder inside this folder, call it screenshots. And right now I'm going to go inside this folder, and now I'm going to copy this screenshot that I made in fraps. I'm going to paste it into this folder right here, and that is the screenshot that is going to sync to the cloud in the Mad Max folder. Now, incidentally, this folder that we're talking about, all these game folders, are actually inside your program files on C, and inside program files you have Steam, user data, then a big huge user ID number that is basically tied to your profile, 760 remote, and then the app ID of your game. So you can choose the find the games individually. Alright, so now what you need to do is you need to create another folder inside the screenshots folder called thumbnails. Now this folder is there because Steam doesn't always show the big 1920 by 1080 version of the screenshot. Sometimes it needs to identify that screenshot by a very small thumbnail, and we're gonna get to that in a second. But before we do, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to rename this screenshot to identify it, because Steam needs to have a certain format for the name of the screenshots, and so I'm going to rename this screenshot right now. We don't need the name or anything like that. What Steam does is it has a format of the year, the full year, dash, then the month, then the date, which I don't know, let's call it the 11th or the 12th, it doesn't really matter, then underscore 0001, and if you have more screenshots you call them 0002, and so on and so forth. And now that screenshot is ready to be uploaded, if you go to screenshots, and you will see it there. But before you do, you need to create a thumbnail version of this screenshot that is a lot smaller. And to do this, you can use a free app like Earphone View, which is very nice, and it does a lot of things for you for free. So what we do here is, I just opened this screenshot, this full screen screenshot in Earphone View, and I'm going to cut it down to size of the thumbnail, which is, I believe it is 200. My numlock is off, so I forgot to type that in. Okay, I believe it is 200 by 112, but I could be wrong. Alright, so now we have this very, very small thumbnail, and we need to save it. Let's see, save it as in the, you see, the thumbnails folder, not the screenshots folder, the thumbnails folder, and it needs to have the exact same name as your screenshot that we're talking about. It doesn't really need the same name, it's just easier to identify and not make mistakes. I mean, it's just there to identify this thumbnail to that particular screenshot. And needless to say, there have to be the same exact number of thumbnails as screenshots, and they have to be named the same, so you won't have any problems of different screenshots tied to different thumbnails. So that's it for the workaround. Now you can upload the screenshots. It would be nice if you could restart Steam so it would see that folder again, because there's new content. And now you can click on the screenshots, and there it is. There is the new screenshot in the game, and now you can obviously upload it to the cloud. So that's it for this video. I hope you find it useful, and Thanks for watching. Please rate and share this video, it helps my channel grow. Check out my other videos at the end of this one. And remember, in Soviet Russia, YouTube subscribes you.